Don't you just love that family member or friend who is always inviting you to a new opportunity meeting? You know, the pyramid scheme. It's totally cringe. And you begin like avoiding their phone calls or even talking to them because all they can talk about is that big opportunity and how you should take advantage of it right now. So this week I was reading a book called How Rich People Think, and it's written by Steve Siebold. And what he said about network marketers really just took me on a blast to the past. I mean, quantum leap into 20 years ago to share my story about understanding how you feel when you're approached by a network marketer, but how I used to feel when I was that person inviting you persistently to opportunity meetings. I was approached one day by a millionaire who lived in this beautiful high rise on the shores of Deerfield Beach, Florida. And he and his lovely wife introduced me to this opportunity of a network marketing company. And before meeting them, I was on an extended tour on the struggle bus. I had checked out of life emotionally because of chronic failure. I had two children out of wedlock. My oldest son, I had to acquiesce to him moving out of state to live with his dad. My youngest son, in an act of desperation, I abandoned with his grandparents who couldn't even afford, they could not afford another mouth to feed. And life just wasn't getting better. I was starting and stopping my college coursework. My hoopty broke down, leaving me to drive a motor scooter that could only go 40 miles an hour. And I was in an abusive relationship. Like life life was horrible before multi-level marketing. And what this world introduced me to were all of these classic personal development mindset resources like Think and Grow Rich, How to Make Friends and Influence People, The Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. I mean, you name it. This is the stuff that builds the mindset of the network marketer. Because what Siebold said in his book was that network marketing produces the most mentally tough people. And it does. Like you are rejected so much that it builds this mental toughness in these books and these resources. They build your confidence to continue to go and actually believe in what your dream is for why you're willing to face one of the most painful experiences of being a human being, which is rejection. Within several months, my new friends in the world of MLM, they were pushing me on the stages at small gatherings, citywide training events, and even regional conferences. They were seeing a version of myself that stopped existing after I became a teen parent. This person that they saw had given up on herself, but they continued to help me dream again and to hope again, even to stop making excuses for why I had given up on life. So I so appreciate these remarks from Steve Siebold in his book and being able to just like make that connection between that world and the mental toughness because there was no way I ever even imagined myself going to law school. It took me 10 years to finish a 4-year degree. And I owe so much of what I've accomplished professionally to this amazing world called multi level marketing. Now, I didn't make a ton of money, but what I did get in reward was the confidence to face my fears and to become the best version of myself. And so, if you have that person in your life, you know, the one who is always starting these new opportunities and inviting you to become a part of it, I want you to remember what Siebold said and my story about network marketing and the mental toughness. And even if you reject the opportunity, support them in any way you can. Say a prayer for them because it takes so much courage to put you on the list of prospects that they were going to approach and face the possibility of being rejected. Because network marketers, and all salespeople for that matter, have the stuff that superheroes are made of. They have unlocked the mystery of, of success, which, by defying the fear of rejection, attracts the rewards, those intangible things that lead to the ultimate, like, pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The real pot of gold is facing your fears. It's becoming the best version of yourself. And these are the same people who go on to being contributors to some of the world's biggest problems. Yes, money is great. And if you're like me and reading books, how rich people think, then money is important, and it should be, because it's a part of how we solve the world's problems. And I just want to give my hats off to all of the network marketers and salespeople who have discovered this world, because this world created and rebuilt a very broken young woman into facing her fears and landing her dream job and beyond. Be blessed and encouraged.